Okay. I'm going to leave this up as a rebroadcast. This will also be shared on my YouTube channel, Cheddar931. You see by the title, Kodak is not a clone. Now, I've done several videos talking about Kodak on my YouTube channel. You know, I'm not a supporter. I'm not a fan of Kodak. You know, to me, he's somebody who will never change, especially if you grew up around people like Kodak, like I did. Then you're going to know people like that just don't change. You know, very seldom, very little, you see some that will. But for Kodak to change, he has to fully hit rock bottom and lose every single little thing. And, you know, I've done topics already about that. And, again, you know, you guys can check out those videos on my YouTube channel, Cheddar931. You know, it is spelt how you see my name here on IG, CHEDDERTARY 931. Now, one thing I want to talk about is this whole clone shit. You know, me, I'm a mixed breed. I am part black. You know, again, I say it 100 times, 1,000 times over, especially on my YouTube channel. You know, I'm half Native American, Cherokee Indian, Jamaican, South African, Egyptian, all right, and Italian. So I am black. Now, it amazes me because with me being part black, it also makes me very sad to see that with others in the black community on how dumbfounded and stupid we sound when we say somebody goes to prison to do time and say, that ain't them, that's a clone, they killed a real person. You sound uneducated. And if you wonder why we get treated the way we do, why the white man, why white society, not even just white people, but Mexicans, Asians, and other cultures look at us like black people, like we're uneducated and we're unknowledgeable, just because of the shit that we say and the shit that we do. And we get looked at and we get called different things. We sound stupid when we say shit like somebody's a clone. No. A good majority of the people that say that are people that, one, have no experiences being out in the streets, drugs, or ever been locked up. People who don't know how the human body works. I have experience with that. I got 4 years no, I don't know why the fuck I said 4 years. I am exhausted. But I want to do this video. So you have to excuse me if I'm going to be a bit stumbling and fumbling. I got 4 months before I'm 30 years old. I didn't have the best education, but I got my knowledge and my wisdom. Let's talk about what cloning is. Cloning is not like you see off the movie Us. Alright, that's a fictional story. Cloning isn't like you see off video games, off TV shows. It doesn't work that way like it does in the cartoons. There was an experimental test with the sheep, with the goat. I think back in the 80s or 90s. The way to clone somebody, it's not going to be like you take a sample of their DNA, put it in a machine, and they come out like you, full grown, with the same memories and stuff like that. No, it doesn't work that way. For it to work, it has to go through the growing process. You take a skin sample, a blood sample, saliva, a sperm sample. With that, you have those cells that keep muscle memorization, memory with the hair sample, because they say memory can also be in our hair when you take samples. You also have the chromosomes. You take that, you form that into a fetus. A fetus starts out is developing to become a human, a baby. So it develops as a baby. It grows as a child, as a teenager, then as an adult. Take Star Wars Attack of the Clones, for example, right? They took somebody's DNA to make all those clone troopers. They grew in a Baptist tank as fetuses, as babies, children. But they speed up the process for them to become adults so they become soldiers. Now, you can't speed up a process to become a full-grown human. No. I do understand nowadays you can take needle shots along with sperm samples if you want to have a certain gender of a child when two couples want to have a baby. I get that they have that now. To me, I think it's disgusting because you're playing the physics of God and life. I think it should be natural, not something that has to be with the needle shot. But it's neither here or there, but that kind of fits into it. No. I'm about to be 30 years old. So let's say you get a hair sample, skin sample, blood sample, saliva sample, and a sperm sample, right? And you want to clone me. That has to go through the process of a fetus, then born into a baby, then as a child, then as a teenager, and then in its adult years. So that will take 30 years for a clone of me to become a full-size adult for 30 years. On top of that, the human structure changes. The human structure changes. Your shape, all right, is going to change. Your bones are going to change. The chisel, the sculpt of your face is going to change, right? It's all going to change. Your skin tone is going to change. You know, they call us colored people for a reason, because we come as dark as a PS4 to as white as a piece of paper. There's some people that start off as brown, become black. There's some people start off as light skin, may become a bit caramel color. Again, you know, because our skin cells, right? They need certain nutritions. They need air, so you can get air currents. Why do you think we get hot? Why do you think we get cold? Because there's little tiny pockets in our skin that we can't see, that things can go in and out and flow through. We also have to have sun to keep our skin tone alive. Because without that, we can actually lose skin coloration. And our skin cells become dead, so they get replaced with lighter tones, if you will. So, let's take Gucci, for example. People are saying Gucci's a clone. Gucci's not a clone. Before he got locked up, he was in bad shape. He was in bad health. He was a drug addict. Now, this is where I'm going to kind of pause right here. Some cases, with people who do drugs and drop weight quick, when you see people losing weight too fast and you know they don't work out, you know they don't go for walks, you know they don't eat right, and they're quick to say, I don't like people saying I'm doing drugs to lose weight. People that jump like that, they are drug addicts. They're using drugs to lose weight. And in some cases, people can't lose weight while they're on drugs, so they become sloppy. I lost weight several times because I did drugs. And it worked. But I'm starting to lose weight the proper way. Gucci, for him, he was a side that did drugs, but he couldn't lose weight. Why he got locked up in it all that time? Yes, because he was loved in jail, just like he's loved out here in the free world. Because he's worth money. Yes, he could have got very easily. You can get drugs very easily in prison in the system than you can out in the free world. So he very easily could have gotten drugs if he wanted to, but he chose not to, because once he's seen like, shit, I lost everything, I need to change up. So he got off drugs. He started losing weight. There's not much to do while you're in the system. The only thing there is to do is, one, they now expect you to take a GED course. If you never finish school, I never finished school. One, a lot of reading, so you're going to gain a lot of knowledge as well. You're going to learn. There's to do is to learn and to work out a lot. And that's what there is to do. So there ain't really much else to do. So yes, he's going to now drop all that weight, get a physique. While he was in there, he got his teeth fixed. Yes, he was getting the proper medical treatment that he needed, also where we get the Gucci today, a happier Gucci who's not miserable. When you're in the system, some people think that it's free. You know, you can get the health care, the dental care. It may seem free, But it's not, because as soon as you're free, you're going to get hit with all those bills. They're not going to hit you with it while you're locked up because you're not working. Okay, so I just want to debunk that right then and there. So it's not free. You're definitely paying for it. Believe you me. So Gucci got his teeth fixed. He got himself in shape. He got his tattoos touched up to cover up ugly ass fucking stretch marks, scars, and that I have as well. One side looks like dead fish skins. Looks like dead fish scales, man. So Gucci got himself in shape. When you lose weight, your face chisels down. And, you know, some people who go in horrible, lose weight in the system. Some people come out sloppy. You know, it's a double-sided coin. So when Gucci came out, he wasn't a clone. That's Gucci. He got himself together. That's what drugs does to you versus when you're off drugs and cleaned up. You're going to come back a better, cleaner, happier person. Now, let's go with Kodak. Right? Again, I'm not a big fan of Kodak. To me, he's just not going to change. Now, Kodak, while he's out there, something that I notice, I think a lot of people can notice. Yes, he does the coonery, the buffoonery, the niggertry, the fuckery. That's what he does. He ain't going to change. He ain't never going to change. He has a bit of a stomach on him. But that face structure that we see, that's from drugs, bro. That's what drugs do to you. You can ask any person that was on drugs for a long time until they got cleaned up. They can tell you that's on drugs. Now, when he went away the first time, I don't know how many people guys remember that meme. Kodak got locked up to find all that weight that Gucci left behind. Yeah, so he got fat. Again, some people get fat while they're locked up. Some people don't. You know, that's how it goes. Now, Kodak gets free. He's back losing weight quick. He doesn't work out. No, he does drugs. He gets locked up now, and people say, man, he's a clone. They don't even look like him. He's been gone for a while. He's going to get sat down for a very, very, very long time. You know, I already talked about that. He's going to get sat down. No, let me tell you something. All right? He for some reason, he chooses to eat drugs in the outside world versus eating food while you're locked up. To him, he still thinks he's in the struggle. You ain't in the struggle no more, man, but you're putting yourself that way. So you're making it hard for yourself. So his face got a bit fatter. His arms got a bit fatter. Yes, because he's eating food while he's locked up. Now, before he got locked up, he got his gap fixed and he got his gold teeth back in. As you're locked up in the system, you're not going to be able to go to outside for periods of time like you would in the outside world, but out of those walls. So, while you're locked up, your skin tone is going to change. Your skin's not getting the nutrients that it needs from certain foods, vitamins. You're not getting the certain air currents through your skin, and you're not getting sun either. So a lot of those skin cells and your skin coloring is going to change. I have known people that who were about Kodak shade, you know, maybe a little bit, maybe not so much, but a good even tone, you know, who went out, got locked up, came back, and you couldn't tell it was them because they looked a bit light skinned or caramel color. You know what? It happens. You know, there's some people who are white that look regular white, and they come out looking like a sheet of paper. So it happens. So Kodak's skin is going caramel color. Plus, on top of that, you have the lighting. You know, being in the system, you ain't gonna have the best lighting. You're not. I mean, look at me. Like, if you see pictures of me, look a bit caramel brown versus the lighting right here where I'm at, where I look caramel, so I look a bit yellow. So there is that. But Kodak, he ain't getting the nutrients that he needs and the sun that he needs and the air for his skin that he needs. So yeah, his skin's lightening up because he's pretty much inside at all times. I guarantee you when '69 comes out, you ain't gonna tell that looks like '69. You gonna say, man, that's a white kid. Yeah, that's how it works. So Kodak ain't a clone, bruh. It will take for a clone of Kodak to look like that for, how old is he? 20? I think he's 21 years old, maybe 22. So it would take around 21 to 22 years old for another Kodak. You see what I'm saying? Because it has to go through that growing process like we did. So again, you know, when I see my own people here in the black community say some stupid shit like that, you know how uneducated you look to other people, and you wonder why you get laughed at because you saying stupid shit like that. You see, you feel what I'm saying? Because you're saying stupid shit like that. Nobody's a clone, bruh. Nobody's a clone. Somebody's gonna want to point out, well, what about Kid Boom on Vlad TV? He was a clone. No. If you look up the real story of that guy, he has several criminal records for child neglection, sex with a minor, and battery and assault. He's my age. He's actually, matter of fact, I think he's like 30 or 31 years old. He got plastic surgery to look young. He's also on drugs. There's been some videos of people that actually knew him that exposed the hell out of him, dude, with actual evidence and proof. And he said all that shit as a, what's the word? I guess as today's people call it, clout chasing. So that's what he did. He clout chased. So no, man, you guys got to stop buying into the black community has to stop watching those fucking movies like Get Out and Us, and stop playing all those cloning space games and shit, man, because you look stupid. You sound very much fucking retarded when you say that shit. The only thing that can be cloned is the shit that we buy with electronics. You buy a phone. They have 1,000 of the same fucking phones. They all been copied. That's a clone right there. But let me tell you something, man. There's only one of you in this world. There is no other you. Unless you're born with a twin or triplets. But even they and their characteristics are going to be very much different from yours. So not everyone's going to have the same characteristics. So there's only one of you. Once you're gone, you're gone. You ain't coming back. Now I understand some people may say, well, what about kids? Now, sometimes we all grew up hearing that you look like your mother, your father, your aunt, your uncle, your grandfather at whatever age. But you're not going to be them. If anything, you're going to have a different mixture of looks, and eventually you're going to grow into your own, So, yeah, that whole cloning shit, y'all got to stop that, man. You sound stupid and uneducated as fuck. And you're thinking you sound smart, when in reality, when you say shit like that, you're getting laughed at. And you're wondering why society looks at the black community the way we get looked at, because of ignorant remarks like that. Kodak's not a clone. Who in the fuck would want to clone that dumbass? Nobody. That'd be a waste of money right there. If you're going to clone somebody, you want to clone somebody smart. You want to clone people like Jobs. You want to clone people like Bill Gates. Them are the people you want to clone. You want to clone smart individuals, man. People that will lead the world. You want to clone actual good people. You want to clone those that are going to be worth cloning. You ain't going to want to waste your money on people like Kodak. Nah, fuck out of here. But yeah, that whole cloning shit, guys got to stop that, man. Got to stop that. I guarantee you, when that sheep was cloned, it may or may not have the same memories, but it did have side effects. So you may want to think about that. I'm out.